From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Monday morning. Hope you had an awesome weekend. We have some very dangerous fire weather for this week for multiple reasons. So we're going to see mainly a wind-driven fire risk in the valleys through Wednesday, then the chance for lightning fires up in the mountains for Thursday through Saturday, maybe tacky Wednesday onto that as well, and still smoky and bad air quality downwind of the active fires. Air quality not all that bad for now, but as we head into this evening, that map will change up. You see the wind gusts already picking up for the Kittitas Valley. We'll see more of that into the Yakima Valley, especially as we head into the evening. Right now, 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 54 for the Tri-Cities, 65 for Walla Walla, 67 degrees for Yakima. We're going to end up around 90 degrees for today in the Tri-Cities, and we are going with that alert day for the risk of wind-driven fires in the Kittitas and the Yakima Valley. Speaking of fires, I'll update you on the fire situation coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, Pacific Power responds after thousands lose electricity during wildfire season. The timeline of estimated repair and restoring of equipment. And traffic will start for the Wallula Junction. What you need to know for your morning commute. Also, as air quality worsens in our regions, how it is affecting our local farmers and their produce sales.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Monday morning, and thank you for joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Solis. We're going to check back in with Josh now with the latest on what happened over the weekend with the fires in our region.
Yeah, thank you, Zoe. We're going to start off with this fire in the Cascades, the Three Queens fire, which is burning around Cochise Lake, and it's now prompting some evacuations between Cochise and Cle Elum Lake. So this one is now around 2,500 acres, no containment. The entire perimeter of the fire is burning quite ferociously, and so you can see the level 3, the level 2, and the level 1 evacuations nestled in between the two lakes. You can find the precise locations of these boundaries posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. We're going to go from the Cascades all the way over to the Blues. We saw expanded evacuations on both Saturday and Sunday for the Hagen fire, which is now over 45,000 acres, 11% contained. It's the southern, and now especially look at the northeastern little pocket of this fire, really active right now. And so we did see those expanded evacuations to the east of Oregon 204 and then up around the toll gate area as well, and a big time closure to Oregon 204 from milepost 0 to 39. So that's the entire length of the highway. If this changes, you could see that by going to tripcheck.com. So that's a big time closure right there. We'll keep it in the Blues. We'll go a little bit further to the north. The Paradise fire, which is now more so actively burning in Columbia and Wallowa counties. Maybe one active hotspot still in Walla Walla County. This doesn't have any containment on it. It's above 3,000 acres. And we did see expanded evacuations, this new level 1 evacuation zone into Columbia County. Okay, finally, we'll talk about the new fire that sparked up over the weekend in northeastern Franklin County, the Nunamaker Road fire. This thing blew up to 20,000 acres, but it is now 80% contained. Just a few active hotspots still on the eastern side of the fire, but we have much more information about all these fires posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. For more fire coverage, let's go back to Zoe.
All right, thank you, Josh. We turn now over to the Spokane fires, where they have left tens of thousands of people forced to leave their homes. Some residents are now returning to their neighborhoods only to find their homes destroyed. One homeowner says that the outpouring of support has shifted his perspective on what's important. Sunny Day reports.
Neighbors, friends, and loved ones showed up today to dig through the rubble for anything that was recoverable. Eric Frank tells us the loss of his home is devastating, but the community response has been heartwarming.
I've lost everything I own, everything I ever worked for, but I found out people love me and they care about me. I trade all of this for that.
Eric has been working with his insurance company throughout the week and says they've been wonderful help, but for him, the process has been extremely emotional.
I got to sit down yesterday and sketch every room in my house, which was very emotional. And then go through all my rolls of pictures and send them pictures of the inside of the house. So that emotional roller coaster of knowing this is what's here, but seeing all the love.
His partner, Lori Higgins, told us this week was busy for them both, especially Eric.
It's really hard, you know. He has some really rough moments, and then, of course, there's a million things to do. list to make and pictures to send to the insurance company and, companies to call to turn things off.
While in the neighborhood, we also saw women leaving colorful messages of hope on the sidewalk. Firefighters and neighbors helped residents clear pine needles and remove the dry fuel left behind as hot and dry conditions continue through this weekend. One man we spoke with said he came to water down his roof and check on his neighbor after seeing his story on the news earlier this week.
I always liked him. He had one of the best properties, the best looking lawns in the neighborhood. And when I saw it, I says, there can't be a second guy with that long blonde hair like Eric.
One woman on Eric Street had a relief station full of snacks and cold drinks set up for first responders and neighbors in the area. Lori and Eric said that love and human connection is the driving force getting them through these impossible times.
This was bricks and wood and nails and stuff, but what matters is the love of other people and the connection you have to them. So.
Eric told us next steps for him are recovering his possessions and said he just wants to be a sign of hope for others.
3 fires near Spokane has scorched hundreds of homes and structures since igniting about a week ago, and at least 3 fires-related deaths have been reported. We turn now over into Yakima County, where the Pacific Power released an update regarding the number of concerns that were expressed after recent outages. Enhanced safety settings were put in place for wildfire season, while others were shutting off the power due to the wildfires happening in close proximity to nearby communities. Around 6,200 customers lost powers due to the Atanum Road fire and the Stone Road fire that shut down 2,100 homes with power.
There are times where they cannot give notice due to the proximity of the fire and the safety to first responders, so there are times that they can't notify you. There's no advance notice for enhanced safety settings outages. Those are due to a fault on the line somewhere and they're instantaneous shutoffs.
Many people were able to get their power restored within an hour, but the recent Red Sky fire damaged equipment used by Pacific Power, which is disrupting homes even after the fire was contained. Pacific Power is reviewing its system settings to reduce impacts from enhanced safety settings, and the company estimates that their equipment will be repaired and restored in about 2 weeks. Over into the Wallula Junction, where they are experiencing more traffic. WSDOT says it's due to road work. Officials say State Route 730 between the junction of US 12 and the Oregon State line will see these backups from 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. until at least August 24th. We spoke to one truck driver who had a couple of thoughts on why traffic was backed up.
She just enjoying the view and enjoying the ride, and we just sitting back and wait on whatever was happening. I mean, what I heard early that, water was coming across the road, but I didn't know where it was at. But then also I heard that they had a fire thing.
WSDOT also says there will be flaggers and pilot vehicles controlling and alternating traffic for the road work. Over into Richland, with air quality alerts throughout our region, is it safe to shop for produce at local farmers market, and how exactly is it affecting them? The smoke concerns have shut down many outdoor community events, even local pools. However, farmer markets are still open amid these conditions. Health officials and vendors say due to the air quality, it's not the produce they're selling currently on their tables that's the concern. It's the produce that they are actively growing that's getting pushed back by weeks.
Pretty much any of the produce that I'm growing right now, it's all being slowed down. The growth rate, which again is just later to market, later sales. So yeah, it's just definitely putting everything behind, probably by at least 2 weeks. But for the most part, yeah, it's pretty much out of our hands until we get the fire stuff knocked down and get the air quality a little bit.
Not only are farmers worried about their crops, they say turnout has been drastically down, making it much harder to sell what good produce they have left. If the air quality doesn't improve soon, vendors worry they'll have to delay harvesting even longer. What they could really use right now is any amount of sunshine. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, when we return, wildfires aren't just affecting Washington state. Many states and regions in the western U.S. are feeling the effects as well. Your time right now is 5:10, taking a live look out into Kennewick at the moment. As you can tell, it is still dark outside. Sunrise isn't until 5:49 this morning. When we return here, we come back with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. More information on the smoky air quality we're going to continue to have going into this week when we return.
When your home works the way it should, life's best moments come easier. Campbell & Company keeps your home systems running right with trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, drains, and electrical services. Campbell & Company, done right.
Campbell & Company.
At Fred's Appliance, we've been locally owned and family operated since 1962. Founded by a veteran and built on service. Swing in today to find all brands and all styles on sale. From the durability of Frigidaire to the innovative technology of GE, find your next refrigerator at Fred's. Shop the largest supply of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region, only at your local Fred's Appliance.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Bathfitter knows what you're looking for. The perfect style for your bath remodel with the look of tile you want. New textures, shapes, and styles. Works with your budget? Low maintenance. With no messy grout to clean. Quality and beauty that lasts, backed by a lifetime warranty. Sounds like Bathfitter styles are your match. And with new designs, now there's even more to love. Time to set a date. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Ready to move to the music and savor the munchies? Join Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity for the 9th Annual Music and Munchies, Saturday, September 19th at the Reach Museum in Richland. Doors open at 4:30 p.m. Featuring live music from American Honey with headliner Austin Jenks. Taste local bites and bid in the silent auction. Presented by Tri-County Partners and Peyton Wealth. Every bite and every beat helps build safe, affordable homes. See you under the stars.
12 of the world's greatest dancers will live together and compete for a spot in the world's biggest ballroom.
This is my moment for sure.
That could be on Dancing with the Stars tomorrow.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We continue to contend with some smoky and hazy skies. It doesn't look like the air quality is going to be as bad as it was for last week, but still definitely not in the clear. So we put this into motion, and here in the Tri-Cities, we're mostly seeing our smoke during the evenings from this Three Queens fire that's burning in Kittitas County. So during the evening, we'll get that surge of winds out of the north and west. So in the Ellensburg area, we'll start to see some pretty lousy air quality, and then downwind of that into the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla as we head into this evening. So that's going to be the cycle for today. Also looks like that's probably going to be the cycle for tomorrow as well. And of course, this map can always change barring any additional fires sparking up across the map. But also it can change if we get more containment on any said fires that are on the map. Here's what to do during stretches of poor air quality. Stay indoors if you can help it. Wear protective masks like the N95 or the KN95. Use clean air filters. Watch for symptoms of smoke inhalation. You can find that list posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Hey, one thing we're not really dealing with, the heat. I mean, it's still technically going to be hot out there, mid-80s today in the Yakima Valley by lunchtime, low 90s for the hottest part of the day. But this is an oppressive heat, 80s and 90s for lower elevations. And we're going to keep temperatures like almost unbelievably steady over the next 7 days. Okay, unfortunately, more dangerous fire weather specifically for the Yakima and the Kittitas valleys over the next few days. I'll tell you what that could entail coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Josh. Staying on the topic of fire danger as it's continuing in the western U.S. over this last weekend. Firefighters battling to keep destructive blazes from spreading across the region faced very challenging conditions. Reed Binion reports that crews in Canada also battling the flames.
Nobody wants to sit out here in triple-digit temperatures for hours on end.
Residents in western Nevada under evacuation orders Sunday due to a large wildfire burning north of Reno.
A quick gust of wind, and that's when the fire will spark up again. So that's why we are keeping residents out of those communities.
As of Sunday night, the bug fire had burned more than 11,000 acres. It's burning along Nevada's border with California, a state also facing wildfires, including the Ridge Fire in Southern California, which resulted in a temporary freeway closure and major traffic jam. Winds seen here whipping that blaze up into a so-called fire devil. The blaze was eventually brought under control. In Nevada's neighbor to the east, Utah, firefighting efforts turned deadly. A helicopter crashed with 2 people on board who authorities say were battling the Wide Mouth 2 fire. Both the pilot and the passenger were killed. Meanwhile, some evacuation levels have been downgraded in the massive fires that have burned over the last week in Spokane County, Washington. But the fight against those blazes isn't over, and the devastation is massive.
I've lost everything I own, everything I ever worked for, but I found out people love me.
Across the border in Canada, more flames. One blaze, the Bald Range wildfire in British Columbia, forced roughly 12,000 residents to evacuate.
Conditions are extremely dangerous and changing minute by minute.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Some evacuation levels have been downgraded in the fires that have burned, but the fight against those blazes isn't over yet. All right, when we return back here on Good Morning Northwest, we check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth because it is an alert day and we are seeing some more alert days throughout the week. All you need to know to be prepared and to be safe when we come back.
Now at McDonald's, the under $3 menu gives people what matters most. More options.
And when the option is a McChicken for just $2, it feels absolutely necessary. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Many abused and neglected animals are hungry and need help right now. Many animals are starving, wondering if food will ever come, with the unbearable pain that comes with that, and they need our help.
There are animals that have no idea when their next meal will come. They can't even remember when their last meal was. And they are moments from dying.
So I'm here to ask you, will you open your heart to help an animal who's hungry? Go online, call, or simply scan this code and donate just $19 a month. You'll help feed a hungry animal. That's just 63 cents a day to fill their empty bowl and show them the love in your heart.
There are empty bowls that are sitting there waiting to be filled. You can tell that these dogs are so weak from hunger. They've known no other life but a life of suffering.
No animal should have to go hungry. And with your support today, you will help feed a hungry animal. You can fill their bowl, but you have to make your urgent life-saving gift today. So please join in the next 10 minutes. And if you do, we'll send you this free welcome kit to thank you for helping an animal today.
There's always an empty bowl on the ground that should have food in it. And it's very clear from the appearance of these dogs that that bowl hasn't had food in it for a long time.
We urgently need 3,000 new donors in the next 30 days. Please say you'll be one of them by signing up today. No animal should ever go hungry, and I know you agree. Please make this the moment that you say, I won't stand by while they suffer. Help fill their bowl too. Go online, call, or scan this code right now.
JCPenney has back-to-school deals on Price Lock. $6 leggings, $8 character t-shirts, and iZod polos. $14 denim. I stocked up myself, not gonna lie. Families deserve deals. Yes, JCPenney.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have more alert days in front of us through Wednesday for the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys, as it's going to be extremely to critically dry out there, and it will be gusty. So level 4 out of 5 in terms of the vegetation dryness for lower elevations, a level 5 out of 5 for the mountain ranges. But the wind gusts over the next few days, so for today in the valleys, specifically for the upper Yakima Valley and the Kittitas Valley, peak gusts between 30 to 45 miles per hour, a little bit lighter for Tuesday, 25 to 35 miles per hour, and then for Wednesday also 25 to 35 miles per hour. Don't sleep on the fire concerns outside of the valleys, but we're specifically concerned about the valley. So here's how to prevent wildfires. Don't burn yard waste or toss cigarettes, drag trailer chains, park on dry grass. Definitely shouldn't be shooting off fireworks. So that's the wind-driven fire risk for this week. There's going to be the potential for lightning fires Thursday through Saturday for both the Cascades and the Blues. And I think Thursday through Saturday, that's actually pretty conservative time frame, because I think there's going to be chances for lightning on Wednesday, perhaps Sunday and the next Monday as well. But you see level 4 to 5 out of 5 in terms of our vegetation dryness across the map. And what we look for in terms of lightning chances are when they hit 20%. That's when it hits that key threshold. And it's because we have this area of low pressure that's off in the desert southwest right now, but this is eventually going to make its way our way. And so that'll pump those lightning chances into here. So for Thursday, see hitting that 20% threshold in the Cascades. For Friday, hitting it once again in the Cascades, specifically in the upper Yakima Basin. And then for Saturday, some of the drama shifts down to the Blues. So we hope and pray that this doesn't come to fruition, because our resources are already pretty spread thin. If we get several lightning fires on top of what we already have, we could find ourselves in a pretty bad spot. You can see day by day, hour by hour, lightning chances, precip chances for your exact home address location by downloading our weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Good air quality during the days, but turning smoky during the evenings. For Yakima, gusty with critically dry fuels through Wednesday, especially dangerous during the evenings. For Ellensburg, smoky due to the Three Queens fire. Also some dangerous valley winds through Wednesday, just like what we'll see in the Yakima Valley as well. For Hermiston, should be mostly clear skies Monday, but a little bit more hazy for Tuesday. And finally for Walla Walla, hazy today and tomorrow, then watching the chance for thunderstorms this upcoming weekend.
All right, Josh, so alert days Monday through Wednesday, and then already possible alert days, what you said, Thursday through Saturday. Wow.
The next 6 days.
The next 6 days. Another alert week ahead of us. Yes. All right. Well, coming up here when we return, is 2026 a year of cinema? With 3 movies making $1 billion each at the theaters, it seems like the theater is the place to be this summer. We will be right back with your entertainment headlines next.
Don't be worried or overwhelmed with moving into a retirement home. Piper Barton is your turnkey resource for premier 55-plus communities. From repairs and packing to prepping, listing, and selling your current home, all managed with white glove care. Piper Barton delivers quality resources and smooth timelines. You can expect discretion, clarity, and results from start to sold. Sit down and have a simple conversation with Piper Barton about next steps today.
Here in the Valley, caring for what matters most is simply a part of who we are. Because women's health isn't just one moment in life, it's every chapter. Preventative screenings and care designed for women at every stage of life. From first visits to motherhood and beyond, thoughtful care from the people who call this valley home. We're here for every step along the way. Start your journey today at kvhealthcare.org, your home for women's health.
Injured in a car crash, the insurance company can sure make you feel small, and their offer makes you feel even smaller. Call me, attorney Mariano Morales. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Does that insurance company make you feel small? Tell them you got the heavy hitter and watch how big you feel. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
I'm Saquon Barkley, and I spent all day jumping through hoops. But watching football shouldn't feel like jumping through hoops. That's why I have DirecTV. It brings all my football into one place, so I can easily find and watch it. No jumping, no flipping, or hopping between apps or channels. It's all my games, no matter where they air. Football's hard, but football with DirecTV, easy.
Stream football without the hurdles on DirecTV.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Join the mission and help us tell men and women with high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes about the UACR urine test. It can help detect kidney damage early and related heart risk. Learn more at detectthesos.com.
Welcome back to your entertainment news. It seems the movie theaters have had a great summer so far.
Yeah, 3 movies at the weekend box office have each made more than $1 billion worldwide.
Yes, and David Daniel has the early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters.
I want to talk to you, device.
Not touching, Jessica.
$3.9 million gave Toy Story 5 a domestic total of $470 million. It's over $1 billion globally.
Well, it isn't the old-timers passing the torch to the new generation.
Super Troopers 3 opened in 4th place, driving off with $4 million.
Finding love is hard enough. Try doing it on the one night a year single people are legally allowed to have sex.
One Night Only made $5.7 million to debut number 3.
We won the war.
The Odyssey stayed in 2nd, earning $31.5 million, reaching $461 million domestic and crossing the $1 billion mark worldwide.
I didn't know you could get that big.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is huge. The superhero flick took in $145 million in its 2nd weekend out, for 10-day totals of $655 million domestic and $1.7 billion worldwide. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And people say the movie theater is dead. Well, they could be very wrong.
It's alive.
It's very much alive, and we contribute to that.
Yes.
For sure. All right, we'll still head here when we return. Next, the city of Yakima is agreeing a public pool is in need of an upgrade. Plus, some changes in Richland's community meetings. What residents think about this change. But before we can get into those stories, here's this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, beating surveillance cameras. A researcher says he's developed computer-generated patterns that can block cameras from detecting whatever they see. Its first public test at a cybersecurity conference proved successful for a pattern printed on a vehicle. Apple is reportedly considering a screen-free wearable, new devices with no displays. Bloomberg says the company is considering its options amid the popularity of fitness bands and smart rings without screens. Apple is said to be also mulling the idea of a round Apple Watch display. And finally, a treasure trove of video games. A store in Wisconsin uncovered nearly 100 copies of a previously unknown version of Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt in a storage box. Some of the cartridges are in perfect condition. 3 of them will soon go up for auction and could fetch millions. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Hannah Battah. Have a great day.
Protecting what you care about is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we have a plan to protect just about anything, like this car, up, and this awesome bike. The stuff in that apartment you're renting, it's protected. This golf cart, it's protected. Hey, don't worry, that phone's protected too. Protection for just about every part of life, no matter what kind of life you have. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate. Good boy.
What is that musty smell?
Oh, damp.
Damp. Oh, damp.
Hey, language.
Damp-Rid traps excess moisture to eliminate musty smells. Get rid of the damp with Damp-Rid.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Monday morning. Thank you for joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Salas, and we're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth now because it looks like we have a lot of fire danger and concerns this week. Yet again, Josh, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we do multifaceted risk as well. So the potential for wind-driven fires in the valleys through Wednesday, then the chance for lightning fires up in the mountains for Thursday through Saturday. And again, that's a pretty conservative time frame there. And also contending with some of the smoke from the fires as well. Now, the air quality not that bad out there for now. It is unhealthy for sensitive groups up towards Connell and Mesa, but elsewhere looking pretty good. Those temperatures in the 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 54 for the Tri-Cities, 68 for Hermiston, 67 degrees in Yakima. The wind gusts, well, it's already a little bit breezy this morning in the Kittitas Valley, and later today in the Yakima Valley, especially into this evening, that's when wind gusts going to pick up to around 30 miles per hour. So that will pick up the fire concerns, thus the reason we're going with the alert days for the valleys. Yeah, let's step you through what happened with the fires over the week, and we're going to start off in Kittitas County with the Three Queens fire. This is the fire that's burning to the north of Lake Cochise and is now just around 2,500 acres. Look, the entire perimeter of this fire is still very active. And so we saw expanded evacuations on Friday and Saturday between Cochise Lake and also between Cle Elum Lake as well. So you can find the full evacuation list posted online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Okay, we go from the Cascades to the Blues. The Hagen fire also saw expanded evacuations on both Saturday and Sunday. This one's now over 45,000 acres, 11% contained. Very active on the southern and the eastern side of the fire. And you see the northeastern pocket really starting to flare up. And so those evacuations expanded to the east, so they pushed across Oregon Highway 204 in Union County. Also got expanded up towards the north, towards Tollgate. And there's a big time closure to Tollgate as well. The entire length of Oregon Highway 204 from Weston to Elgin, so milepost 0 to 39, is closed for business. That is a big deal. If it reopens, we'll let you know. And also you can find the most up-to-date conditions for Oregon roadways by going to tripcheck.com. And then for the Paradise Fire, this one is also burning in the Blues. More so, it's burning in Wallowa and Columbia counties at this point. It's over 3,000 acres, and we saw expanded evacuations with this one over the weekend as well. This new level 1B ready zone, the level 2B set zone, still in play for southeastern Walla Walla County and northeastern Umatilla County. Okay, finally, the one new fire that we saw over the weekend is now pretty well in hand. This is the Nunamaker Road fire in far northeastern Franklin County. We did see some closures to Washington 261, but this one is now 80% contained, around 21,000 acres. Still a little bit active on the eastern flank of the fire, but again, we'll have a lot more to say about these fires coming up a little bit later in the show.
All right, thank you, Josh. We turn now over into Yakima, where the city is agreeing on when the Franklin Pool will be funded for repairs. The city must have these funds turned in by the end of September. That's when the city council will go over how much money the pool has made in 2026. Franklin Pool was expecting to receive $80,000 for repair costs, but that number dropped to $50,000. The city council wants to compare other pools in the area to see if the Franklin Pool should continue its operation next year.
We're going to add $120,000 to the pool fund for Franklin Pool. That'll be a transfer in from the general fund. That's for the operations, and we're going to add $50,000 in for the repairs that happened earlier this year.
The pool has been open for 75 years and still attracts many visitors. But the constant repairs and funding going in the pool has been a challenge for the city. Over into Richland now, where the city council is changing the way residents can speak during council meetings. But the debate over public comment exposed a bigger question. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen spoke with one Richland resident who says that's exactly why he doesn't go to meetings.
For some Richland residents, speaking directly to elected officials is one of the few opportunities to have their concerns be heard. But how effective is public comment?
30 minutes.
I mean, truthfully, I've only ever been to one. Way back in the day.
For Talon Yeager, council meetings don't feel worthwhile if speaking up changes nothing.
I don't feel it's appropriate for us to put arbitrary barriers in front of our citizens in the interest of saving our own time.
Meyer argued residents should have 3 minutes, not 2.
I have yet to hear a compelling reason that Richland citizens should have less time to express themselves to their council than surrounding communities.
But Councilmember Pat Holton supported the shorter limit.
We're trying to get in as many people as possible and getting them to comment. It's not that we don't care. We do care. We want public information.
Holton says 2 minutes gives more people a turn at the microphone.
And I just don't think that it'll be an issue. The way I would prefer to prevent us from having folks lining up here for hours is to govern the city in such a way that we don't have an angry mob waiting to yell at us.
The disagreement centers on whether time limits help participation or discourage it.
I think they're kind of just letting them talk just to shut them up in a way. I don't necessarily know if they're actually listening, nor do they care.
The council ultimately approved the 3 minutes per speaker with no overall limit on public comment. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
The new public comment rule is now in effect for Richland City Council meetings, and the next time for public comment will be on August 18th. When we return here on Good Morning Northwest, is travel insurance needed for a vacation? We find out with our Consumer Reports coming up after this. And we're taking a live look at Kennewick right now. Your time is 5:35. Going into this week, we are still looking at some smoky skies, bad air quality. Nothing new here just yet, but how you can stay safe and what we need to do to prepare for that when we return.
Of the world's greatest dancers will live together and compete for a spot in the world's biggest ballroom.
This is my moment for sure.
That could be on Dancing with the Stars tomorrow.
Yep, just got back from Philly with the goods. Chopped and seasoned shaved steak, grilled onions, grilled peppers, melty Swiss-style cheese, all on a bakery soft hoagie roll. No one suspects a thing. Try my new Philly cheesesteak combo before it's too late.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
This summer, turn moments into lifelong memories with Broadmoor RV. Feel the thrill of adventure and the warmth of togetherness. Explore the great outdoors with the comfort of home, and let every adventure become a story worth sharing. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
It's the grand finale of the Legends Cup in August, where every play is a power play. Join us every Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. for your shot at a net payout of $15,000. Drop the soccer ball on our game board and land it in the right slot to score big. Use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. The final whistle hasn't blown. Play and score. Only at Legends Casino Hotel in August.
Feeling dizzy, off balance, or worried about falling? You don't have to just live with it. At the Pacific Campus, Alex Trowbridge DPT is accepting new patients and specializes in vestibular therapy, treating vertigo, dizziness, and balance issues. And here's something many patients don't realize. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose the PC. We also treat gait and balance, pain management, and even pool therapy. Ask your doctor to refer you to physical therapy at the PC with Alex Trowbridge DPT.
Abuela! Abuela!
Central Plus checking.
Eso! Wow! Expensive?
Oh, not with Central Plus checking dental savings.
Mama?
Hi, I'm Dr. Joe. How can I help you today?
Hi, my son has a bad rash.
Let's have a look at that.
Discover the magic of Central Plus checking from ICCU. Life's greener here.
Hey, Kevin, let's show them how it's done in Philly.
Yo, you's got it. This new Philly-style bonus Jack combo has grilled peppers and onions, fries, and a drink for only $5.49. Yo, Jack, hook me up with some jibbies.
Family. Get my new Philly Munchie Meal with new jibbies.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
12 of the world's greatest dancers will live together and compete for a spot in the world's biggest ballroom.
This is my moment for sure. That could be on Dancing with the Stars tomorrow.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Even though air quality isn't going to be as bad as it was for a lot of last week, it's still not going to be perfect out there, so we'll put this into motion with Futurecast surface smoke. I think the cycle, at least for us in the Tri-Cities, is going to be that during the day, the air quality is not going to be half bad. We'll even see a decent amount of blue up in the sky, but it's going to be as we head into the evening, as this Three Queens fire in Kittitas County flares up, we'll get that northwesterly push in the winds and the smoke, so we'll start to see some pretty bad air quality again for the Kittitas Valley, and that plume downwind of there eventually will impact the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla. So that's going to be the cycle for today, and it looks like tomorrow could be a carbon copy. Once again, the Three Queens fire, you see that surge in the evening coming down from the northwest to the southeast, so downwind of there, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, and Ellensburg, of course. That's where we'll probably see the worst air quality. You can see how to stay safe in stretches of poor air quality by downloading our weather app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. That information also posted online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. One thing that we're not going to have to deal with for this week is going to be oppressive heat. It's still going to be toasty out there for today. Low 80s by lunchtime, low 90s for the warmest part of the day in the Tri-Cities. So 80s and 90s across the board for lower elevations to start this work week. And we're not really going to move off of that all that much over the next 7 days. So at least we got that going for us. But unfortunately, a lot of things working against us in terms of the fire weather for this week. We'll talk about all that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Josh. Going into our consumer reports this morning, where vacations can be expensive. Flights, hotels, car rentals, or even a cruise can quickly run into the thousands of dollars. But what if a medical emergency, natural disaster, or mega travel delays disrupt your trip? That's where travel insurance might come in handy. Consumer Reports takes a closer look at what those policies cover and what they don't, and whether or not they're worth your money.
We were vacationing, my family and I, in Puerto Vallarta.
Mandy Tradehand says that trip to Mexico took an unexpected turn when cartel violence broke out, forcing the city into lockdown and shutting down the airport.
And there was kind of a mad rush to try to find your way home, try to find accommodation.
Mandy had travel protection through her credit card, but when she looked closely at the terms, she wasn't sure it would cover an extended stay. Consumer Reports says credit card coverage is a good start, but is often limited. A separate travel insurance policy may cover things like refunds if you prepaid for a vacation, but can't take the trip due to illness, or extra hotel nights, meals, or the cost of rebooking a flight if your trip is disrupted. Consumer Reports says sites like Insure My Trip and Squaremouth make it easier to compare plans.
Once you find a policy, don't assume that you're covered for everything.
Lisa Gill is an investigative reporter with Consumer Reports.
Make sure you know what the policy will and won't pay for.
A medical emergency is also worth thinking about. Most health insurance plans, including Medicare, offer limited or no coverage abroad.
Consider a plan that covers medical evacuations, especially if you're traveling outside the United States and won't be around any major hospitals, such as on a cruise.
And if you have a pre-existing condition, check that it's covered. And when comparing plans, choose one that provides primary coverage so you don't have to file a claim with your own health insurance first. Finally, check that the travel insurance company has strong ratings from the Better Business Bureau and AM Best.
I think it's good to be cautious.
For Mandy, the takeaway is to have a better backup plan when things don't go as expected.
Travel insurance is definitely a nice security to have and give you peace.
This is Jaima Crespo.
Consumer Reports says if you have a licensed travel or booking agent, they can help you understand exactly what your policy covers, so you're not left guessing when you actually need it. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we return, everything you need to know for this Monday in your morning sprint, as well for this alert day we are going into over multiple parts in the region. Find out if it is affecting your area when we return.
Injured in a car crash, the insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
When you're healthy and safe at work, you can do your best on the job and get back to what matters most. At Prosser Memorial Health's Occupational Medicine Clinic, Dr. Eric Pertula and our experienced team support employees and employers with DOT and pre-employment physicals, drug and alcohol testing, hearing and vision tests, worker injury care, fit-for-duty evaluations, and more. Whether you're starting a new job or recovering from an injury, we're here to help. Call 509-788-6030 or visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Our Valley's pride is everywhere you look.
When people give through the Yakima Valley Community Foundation, they are investing in our future leadership and our continued prosperity.
Support from the foundation helps local organizations serve our neighbors and strengthen the place we call home. It helps us hold on to what makes this valley special. When people invest locally, organizations like ours can keep showing up for our neighbors.
The Yakima Valley Community Foundation supports organizations that honor our cultures, care for our neighbors, and strengthen the places we call home. From main streets to gathering places, pride runs through this valley. When generosity stays local, communities grow stronger. That's what helps our valley thrive.
Together, we can strengthen the Yakima Valley by taking local generosity and turning it into lasting impact.
Today, tomorrow, together.
With a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, summer plays on. Whether you're teaching the art of tailgating, showing up for the home team, or finding the ultimate skybox, with a new Toyota, you can keep summer playing anywhere.
Right now, during Toyota's National Sales Event, lease a new Tacoma for $309 a month, or lease a new Tacoma iForce Max Hybrid for $419 a month.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck?
Big thanks.
Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
Wendy Redmond, only one state. Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have the risk for wind-driven fires and lightning fires for this week. We'll start off by talking about the wind-driven fire potential through Wednesday, specifically for the Kittitas and the Yakima Valley. So the vegetation going to be critically dry for lower elevations, level 4 out of 5, still level 5 out of 5 for the mountains. And then you factor in the wind gusts. We'll take it day by day. For today, for the upper Yakima Valley and the Kittitas Valley, peak gust anywhere between 30 to 45 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, maybe a little bit lighter, 25 to 35 miles per hour. And for Wednesday, we're going to be looking at the same thing, 25 to 35 miles per hour. So again, fires could start or spread quickly in this kind of environment. To sign up for emergency alerts for Oregon counties, go to oralert.gov. For Washington counties, mil.wa.gov/alerts, pound local. Signing up for these could quite literally save your life for the rest of fire season. And as if what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say is that we have the potential for more fires a little bit later as if that's not enough. That's what I was trying to say. But anyway, the potential for more lightning fires later in the week, Thursday through Saturday, as the vegetation is going to be, again, critically to extremely dry, level 4 to 5 out of 5. Then you factor in some of those lightning chances that we'll see from this area of low pressure down in the desert southwest. This is going to usher in some monsoonal moisture for us a little bit later in the week, and so that could pump some lightning chances into here. Remember that key lightning chance threshold around 20%, and so up in the Cascades, we'll hit that for Thursday. Hit that for Thursday again on Friday, especially in the upper Yakima Basin. And then for Saturday, it looks like some of that drama is going to shift down to the Blues. So we still have, 4 to 6 days to tweak some of the details of that forecast. But if that pans out, that could really spread our resources thin, which are already spread pretty thin. So here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Good air quality during the days, but turning smoky during the evenings. Then for Yakima, gusty with critically dry fuels through Wednesday, especially dangerous during the evenings. And then for Ellensburg, smoky due to the Three Queens fire. Also some dangerous valley winds through Wednesday. For Hermiston, should be mostly clear skies Monday, but a little bit more hazy for Tuesday. And finally for Walla Walla, hazy today and tomorrow, then watching the chance for thunderstorms this upcoming weekend.
Now, the morning sprint.
Pacific Power released an update regarding the number of concerns that were expressed after some recent outages. Enhanced safety settings were put in place for wildfire season, while others were shutting off the power, and due to the wildfires happening in close proximity to nearby neighborhoods. The Wallula Junction is experiencing more traffic. Officials say State Route 730 between the junction of US 12 and the Oregon State line will see the backups from 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. until at least August 24th. WSDOT also says there will be flaggers and pilot vehicles controlling and alternating traffic for the roadwork. The smoke concerns have shut down many outdoor community events, even local pools. However, farmer markets are still open amid these conditions. Health officials and vendors say due to the air quality, it's not the produce that they're selling currently on tables that's the concern. It's the produce that they are actively growing that's getting pushed back by weeks. The city of Yakima is agreeing on when the Franklin Pool will be funded for repairs. Franklin Pool was expected to receive $80,000 for repair costs, but that number dropped to $50,000. The city council wants to compare other pools in the area to see if the Franklin Pool should continue its operation next year. Richland City Council voted to give residents 3 minutes to speak during public comment period, up from the original 2 minutes. The council ultimately approved 3 minutes per speaker with no overall limit on public comment. The debate reveals a deeper concern about whether anyone is actually listening. In national headlines this morning, oil prices rose Sunday as the conflict between Iran and the United States shows no sign of letting up. U.S. crude rose about 1.1% to $79 a barrel. Oil tankers have been largely unable to pass through the Strait of Hormuz since Iran closed the critical waterway after fighting resumed in July. AAA says on Sunday that the national average for gas is now $4.01 a gallon. While that's 8 cents lower from a week ago, it is still more than 34% higher than before the war began last February. Crews across the western U.S. are battling a number of raging wildfires, and that includes Nevada's Bug Fire, which is north of Reno, close to the California border. The Bug Fire has already forced evacuations in the Cold Springs and Red Rock areas, where crews have been working to protect homes from being destroyed. Crews from across the Tahoe Basin joined the fight, with aircraft making drops throughout the night on Saturday. In your business headlines this morning, OpenAI is unveiling more advanced versions of ChatGPT. Plus and Pro users now have access to GPT 5.6 Solon Chat for free users, where GPT 5.6 Luna is becoming the default model. OpenAI also says it's introducing new security features for children under the age of 18. The USPS is reporting a $2.5 billion net loss for the third quarter of the fiscal year. Operating revenue grew to nearly $20 billion, an increase of more than 6%. While management highlights progress in areas that they can control, Postmaster General David Steiner warns that the agency faces a severe liquidity crisis. He says legislative and other actions are needed for its long-term sustainability. Into your health headlines this morning, the CDC says a type of fungus found in healthcare facilities is on the rise. As of July 25th, 27 states reported more than 3,400 cases of Candidaris. It is often resistant to antifungal medications as well as cleaning products. It spreads through contact with contaminated objects and people. This fungi can be on a person's skin or enter the body through a break in the skin. Ciaris is primarily a concern for people who are hospitalized, as it more seriously affects those with underlying conditions. Kellogg says it's expediting its plan to remove all artificial colors from its cereals. It intends to start making Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks without them very soon. Kellogg says new versions using natural colors could reach retailers before the year's end. The company adds it's also removing BHT from its cereal packaging. In your sports headlines this morning, on Saturday, new Hall of Fame inductive Roger Craig revealed in a taped acceptance speech that he is battling vascular dementia. The former running back said doctors believe repeated concussions he suffered during his 11 years playing career are partly to blame for this condition. The 66-year-old is mostly associated with his time with the San Francisco 49ers, and Craig was one of 5 players inducted on Saturday. Argentinian soccer star Lionel Messi is mourning the loss of his father, Jorge Messi. He died at a medical center in his native Rosario, Argentina, where he was 68 years old. His death comes weeks after the family announced during the FIFA World Cup that he was undergoing treatment for a health issue. A cause of death was not provided. Over into what's trending this morning, the jackpot has climbed to an estimated $905 million for Monday's drawing.
Yeah, no one has gone home empty-handed, though. A ticket sold in Texas won $2 million. 4 tickets sold in Arizona, Florida, Michigan, and New York each won $1 million.
Wow, and no one has won the jackpot in more than 3 months. The last grand prize was won on May 2nd.
Powerball is played in 45 states, and tickets also became available in the United Kingdom for the first time last month, which we told you about last week.
Yes, I mean, it can never be us, though. But congrats to everyone who just won.
Do you buy a lottery ticket?
No, I also don't try.
What's the point? Yeah. All right, well, in other news, a scooter takeover in Minneapolis Saturday has police threatening to push for stricter regulations.
That's right. The organizer says plugged the event on TikTok, and at least 500 riders showed up.
He says he encouraged everyone to obey traffic laws. Police say the group was reckless and disruptive at times, but they made no arrest and issued no citations during the main event.
Some riders got on the highway, but the organizer says he and others disbanded an hour before that could happen. Wow, well, scooter meetup.
I mean, I hope everyone ended up being okay.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to break any traffic laws, but that did not look intimidating.
Yeah, no. I don't know if that was like the most scariest thing to happen, but I don't know. Electric scooters, people be dangerous on those.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, well, coming up next here on Good Morning Northwest at 6, your commute might become a bit longer with some traffic changes coming to Walla Walla County. Plus, Yakima responds to those who have lost power from the wildfires. And going into this Monday and just the rest of this week, it's alert days, Josh.
Yes, we have the potential for wind-driven fires through Wednesday, lightning fires for the back half of the week, and also smoke. We'll talk about all that coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.